Hey, all you fine people out there, welcome to On the Porch, brought to you by All This Entertainment. I'm your host, Mr. Scott Bottrell, and today I got a very special guest. I know I always say that, but this one's even more special. The soul Mexican himself, Mr. Greg Padilla. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for coming out.
Yeah, man. It's been a blast so far. It's been great.
I tell you, we tape these things a little differently. We tape the music first, so we just got a taste of Red and the Revelers concert here a minute ago and just blew the neighborhood off. We had people coming from, around neighbors just coming to listen. I mean, it was amazing,
really awesome. Man. I like that. That's
beautiful. Now we're going to get into Red and Revelers here in a little bit. We got a couple of these segments we're going to do, but first we need to get everybody to know you, where you came from.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, my friend.
I was born in Arkansas, of all places, Central Arkansas. Yeah, I lived there till I was 18. And
beautiful country, though.
Oh, yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, except Southern Arkansas is not. It's terrible.
Are you still a Razorback?
No, I was never a Razorback fan. I actually grew up an Oklahoma Sooners fan because my dad's from Oklahoma, so I don't really get a choice in that, but they're much better than the Razorbacks, so at least I don't have to deal with liking a team that loses all the time, so that's nice.
Hey, I grew up in Illinois, and I was a Chicago Cubs fan. I understand about loving a losing team.
You know what it's like to root for losers. So, I'm just kidding.
You just alienated a whole lot of fan base right there.
I don't like baseball, so it's okay. But, no, so I moved to Mobile in 2000, and I've been here ever since.
Now, wait a minute. Growing up, how old were you, when you moved here?
18.
Okay, so growing up, where did your musical chops come from? How did this grow?
I started music around the age of 4, around in there. We had a piano in the house, and nobody ever played it, but we had one. And I guess my mom played it a little bit growing up, and my dad played a little bit of guitar, but I started piano when I was 4. And then I classically trained on piano until I was 18.
Wow.
And I started guitar at 15.
And I've known you for 2 years, a little over 2 years now. I've never seen you play the piano once.
Yeah, I don't really play that much
man?
anymore, man. I enjoy it for what it is. I learned a lot of classical music on it, and it gave me a really good education. But I mostly play that for myself. It's not something that I like.
Well, one of these days, I want to walk into one of your shows and just happen to see a keyboard set up and you going to town. That's got to happen at least once, man. Come on.
I mean, I'll work on it when I get time, and I'm not lazy.
So piano's really where you got started. Now, and doing my research, you said that at a young age you started picking up the guitar.
Yeah, I started around. My dad always had a guitar, and every now and then he would just pull it out. And I remember the first thing I ever learned on it was just a simple little E blues, the little bump, 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 bump. He showed me that, and I fell in love with it. So I really wanted to play guitar. So eventually I was about 15, I think, and I told him, I said, I want to play guitar. And my mom was like, no, you can't play guitar because it'll take away from your piano lessons, which it totally did. But and my dad snuck and got me guitar lessons anyway, so that was great. So you got
some cool parents right there.
But then my mom agreed to let me play guitar, but I had to take classical guitar because I guess she thought that was, it was good. It was good.
Your mom likes the classical.
So I took guitar for a year, and then life just got in the way. I didn't have time to do everything I wanted to do, so I just taught myself after that.
And so you didn't get the full bug until you went and watched Jennifer Hartswick play.
Well, yeah, I'd been in bands before, growing up. I'd been in some punk bands, and I'd been in some other bands, but I quit playing music for a really long time, so it was probably about 10 years or so. I didn't play any music. I may have sang at karaoke, but that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I went through divorce and everything in that summer, a friend of mine told me, he said, it's not she, I don't know why I said that. He said,
him.
Yeah, he said, you need to go to the Brickyard. There's a girl named Jennifer Hartswick playing tonight, and I think you'll really like it. So I went, and everybody, dude, that place was packed. Brickyard has a built-in crowd anyway, but that place was extra packed that night. It was standing room only.
She's good.
And it was it was fantastic, and that's when I just took the moment there and I was like, that's gonna be me. I'm gonna do that now. So that's when I decided to do it. So
it's something I admire about you, Greg. I mean, we've been friends for a long time now, and I've watched you rise. I mean, the first time we met, you walked into an open mic I was having at Traders on the Causeway.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just a little old thing. You and Serge came in at the same time, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a matter of fact, about 2 years ago, both you men changed my life quite a bit, and I love you for it, both of you. There,
Yeah, man, that's great.
It's a beautiful thing, but I've watched you rise, and you were already amazing 2 years ago. Don't get me wrong, but I've watched you evolve over the last 2 years, and it culminated last week when we went to the Uncle Henry show, and you guys did your
that was
setup
fun,
there.
Man. That was
Johnny
a lot of
Gwynn,
fun.
it was, what a great show. But man, I saw something, and I've seen you probably 100 times.
Oh yeah, dude,
I mean,
too much.
I've seen you so many times, but I saw
Sometimes I'm like,
something
Scott,
different.
just stay home. You can stay home this time, Scott. It's
No,
okay.
I love it. I love it, man, because, I love everybody in your band. They're all my boys. It's such a good time. You guys put on a hell of a show. But we're going to talk about that later. So let's get into, because we got a couple of these segments to do. So let's start. Let's talk about the first song you're going to do.
Okay.
Heaven's Cry for Oklahoma.
Yeah, man, that's
You
a great
already
song.
played it. That's one of the songs that drew the neighbors over going, this is my song. And they
Yeah.
came over to listen. And tell us where this song came from.
Well, I had I work for a company, and our main factory is in Oklahoma, and it just happens to be in the hometown of where my dad grew up. So when I go back, I always go back and I visit with family and stuff. And so I'd gone back over the weekend to hang out with my cousin, and he introduced me to Tyler Childers for the first time.
Oh, man.
As if it was the first time I'd ever heard Tyler Childers riding the back roads of Oklahoma, and it's like northwest Oklahoma, so it's like the ugly part of Oklahoma. It's not that great. It's still beautiful, but it's not, But I met a dude. He took me out to a dude's house to buy what turned out to be really shitty weed. And this dude, he lived in a little camper trailer. It was the first real Okie that I had met before, what they refer to as an Okie. And he just lived in this little camper trailer on this land. He had all this land out there. And it was small, dude. It was smaller than this porch. It was, and there's 3 adult males in that camper trailer was a little cramped. But we got ready and we were leaving, and I asked my cousin, I said, what's this dude's story? And he said, man, he lives out here and he works for the county, but he only works on the outside of town. So he doesn't hardly ever go into town or anything. And I said, was he married? And he goes, well, he used to be. And I said, well, what happened? He said, it just didn't work out. So we immediately went back to his house and I got my guitar and I wrote that song. And that song's about how his relationship just didn't work out.
When you wrote that song, did all of it just come? Did you struggle with it at all?
Not really. It was just one of those ones that I wrote that, the only riff in the song, it's just 4 chords, over and over again. And I kind of struggled with that for a little bit, but then I decided I was like, it works. So, you know. But no, it just kind of flowed out. I had some personal experience to draw upon, because the song's about a marriage, falling apart and everything. So it's kind of sad and depressing, but but it's a good song.
It's
I like
beautiful.
It. Yeah,
it's beautiful. You all see it here at the end of this segment, and it's gonna go and pull some heartstrings.
Yeah, man, it's a good song. But yeah, that's where that song came from. It's not really about the dude. It's just kind of inspired by him. You know, and everything. And then it rained the entire time I was there, and that's where the Heavens Cried for Oklahoma came from, because it kept raining. And I was like, man, it's like the heavens are crying for y'all out here. It's raining
beautiful.
so much. So.
Beautiful, my friend. Well, let's get into the first song. I know everybody's excited.
I am.
Telling you got a 6-piece band coming ready to smoke y'all out, my friend. Oh, man, it's going to be so good. So, without further ado, Heaven's Cry for Oklahoma, Mr. Red Padilla.
That's right. Heaven's cry for Oklahoma, sister cry to be let in. Another day going by, and he has yet to fix that fence. Well, he rides these roads forever, they all lead him straight back home to the dusty camper trailer. The holds everything he owns. Well, once she called him baby, but now she dreams at night. This town, the rearview mirror, was someone new by her side. She knows he is a good man. Oh, she wishes that she still cared. But life didn't turn out how she thought. Oh, it never seemed quite fair. The heavens cry for Oklahoma. Oh, the night she left this town. And his tears, they fell for his own heart, 'cause it was nowhere to be found. Well, it started with the dishes. You don't like the way I look. Why don't you pay me attention? Why don't you help me clean and cook? Well, enough was enough. No, she couldn't take much more of her life being a prisoner, all bound to this camper floor. The heavens cry for Oklahoma. Oh, the night she left this town. And his tears, they fell for his own heart, 'cause it was nowhere to be found. Well, time has left its mark. It's stitched deep in his face. Each line a harsh memory of a life confined to this place. And love can be a killer when you toss it to the ground. 1,000 broken heartaches in one deafening sound. The heavens cry for Oklahoma. The night behind the town. His tears, they fell for his own heart, 'cause it was nowhere to be found. Let's go, boy! Heavens cried for Oklahoma the night his body was found. His mama cried for a baby boy the night she left this town.
We're back. What'd you think? Heaven's Cry for Oklahoma. Did you shed a tear? Make sure you leave a comment for me. I'm watching just along with y'all, so interact with me so I can hear what you think about this man. Red and the Revelers is the band, and I encourage you to go and check them out. You can see them at redandtherevelers.com. Mm-hmm. They also have all their merchandise on storefrontier.com/redandtherevelers.
Yeah, man, you get all types of stuff there.
Yeah, all types of
We got
stuff.
hoodies. We got long sleeve shirts. We got sweatshirts. We got tie-dyed shirts. We got tank tops.
Man. I need like one of each of
male
those
shirts.
I think I need to start making it a rule when somebody comes that they have to bring me like one of each shirt, so I have my own. Come on,
that's
now.
a lot of
isn't
shirts.
Isn't that the perks of being the interviewer?
Yeah.
I get the swag. I need some band swag. Come on, Greg, hook me up. Hook a brother up.
I've got an 8x10 nude of me. I will sign and give to you.
Yes, I'm gonna make that my profile picture.
It's tasteful though. It's tasteful.
So, Red and the Revelers is the band.
Yes, it is.
The Witch in the Wardrobe is, I'm sorry, the Wizard and the Witch.
It's the Witch in the Wardrobe.
The Witch in the Wardrobe forever.
Yeah.
This is stuck on my head, man. Narnia from a kid.
It's got a big line on the front of the
Wizard and the Witch. Yeah. And it's an amazing CD.
Thank you,
two of your songs are on there that we heard today.
Yes.
But we also get exclusive new songs, which I'm real excited
Yeah.
about. I got the CD.
It's right down. Look at it. Found it.
Right here. Mm-hmm. The Wizard and the Witch, Red and the Revelers. Now, Madison, does Madison do your artwork? Who did your artwork?
No, that's Abe Partridge.
Abe did your Partridge.
Yeah,
oh,
Abe
man.
Partridge did
we
that
had
artwork.
Abe on the porch several episodes ago.
I got that original at my house right now. It's really awesome.
Man.
So.
He's a talented man.
Dude.
That's really cool.
I don't see where he has
have
the
a part of
time,
this.
but he does.
Well, Red and the Revelers, how did you all come together?
Man, it was, I started off just as Greg Padilla, playing by myself and stuff because I wanted to get, I guess, to the point where I felt like I was ready, to have a band. And then as far as meeting all the guys, it was just, just hanging out and playing with different musicians and different, mostly those open mics and stuff.
I know the process. I'm asking for the fans, but I watched it. I watched everybody kind of come in and form, and I saw you slowly building this thing up. And
well, it was one of those things that I knew I wanted a band because I knew I wanted horns. I wanted all that because it's something I dreamed of since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Growing up, you listen to Otis Redding and Wilson Pickett, and Sam and Dave and all those, and they have those great horn sections, and you just don't get that as much anymore these days.
No,
you don't
don't
get that, and I really wanted to do that. I really wanted that to be a staple of what I do. So I knew, it being a solo artist just really didn't appeal to me as much.
Yeah.
And, as a matter of fact, Abe gave me some really great advice, and he told me, he said, if I could ever go back and redo it, I wouldn't do it under my own name. And I thought that was interesting. And he said it was because there's so many people that do it under their own name, you kind of get lost in a sea of people.
Yeah.
So I came up with Red and the Revelers, and at first it was going to be, I was just going to have a bunch of different people coming in and out.
Yeah.
Because that was the whole thing.
It's pretty common.
I wanted it to be uniquely Mobile. I wanted a Mobile sound, and so I would take all these different musicians from Mobile and play the same songs, but let everybody do their kind of own thing with them.
Yeah.
Because it makes it breathe.
It changes
makes it living, and it's always different. But the guys that I'm with now, we really clicked. We got a really good thing going. They feed off of me. They know what I want, and they can give me what I want when I want it. And so that's why I just kind of like to keep it to to them now. But I love them guys, man.
Your decision to go with Red, I think, was brilliant, along with some other things, because I've watched you, and I know a lot of artists, and I know a lot of artists that are really amazing, but you have something else that a lot of them don't, and that's the ability to promote yourself. You're very smart, you got a business acumen, and I respect the hell out of that for you.
I appreciate that, man. That's one thing that I always am real a stickler for is what I do and how I do it. Well, it's not that. It's like you got to know how to brand yourself these days. Greg's is not something that you remember, but Red's something you remember. I met a dude named Red. That's something you remember. It was a nickname I already had, so it wasn't just kind of out of left field or anything like that. But
and it's not just your branding. It's the things I've watched you do. We were all playing open mics together, and then all of a sudden you record this album, and then you set up your release with the Red Clay Strays and Abe Partridge and Simone Friend. I mean, you just automatically got in with these amazing artists and started launching. And from your full CD release, that's the first time I saw Shelby Kemp and Midnight Revel. Became an instant fan. Like, you helped connect me with other music too. But it was brilliant all the way through, and it sets you up for this evolution that I've been watching, for years now.
Yeah, man. I really feel like the most important tool a musician has, like if you're trying to make it, if you're trying to get somewhere, if you're trying to, to build something, is networking is really, really important.
Yeah.
And I really feel like, I've had a knack with that. I've had a lot of luck with that. Getting the Red Clay Strays and Abe Partridge and Simone French and them to play with us that first show was really important to me, because I was like, if I can get their crowds there and they can see us, then I know they're going to love us.
Yeah.
And so I just think it's really important that you just don't, when you're doing a band, like if you're going to put this music out there, you've got to do it in a way that that you can get heard the best.
Exactly.
So I can't waste that. I'm starting late. I'm 38 now. I started when I was 36.
Well,
So-
you cracked a code, and I only bring this up. I actually brought this up for the other artists out there, not so much the fan base to hear, because I know a lot of them, and I try to teach them and preach this kind of stuff to them. Look at Greg. Look how he's doing it. Look how he's promoting himself, because it's in a class above its own. And so I just wanted to point that out and give you kudos for that, because I really respect you for that.
I appreciate that.
I mean,
appreciate
you have the talent. It's already there. But you add in the business acumen, it's just going to keep going and going. And I know you're just going to keep going and going and going.
That's the goal.
All right, so let's get back to this. So you got many nicknames, Red. Apparently the Wizard was your other nickname?
Yeah, man.
Where did this come from?
I played a lot of disc golf for many years, and I was really good at putting. I was a really good putter for
those of you who don't know disc golf, it's like a frisbee game.
Frisbees.
It's not golf.
Oh yeah, putt like that. But I would always use a putter called a Wizard, and I would always have this ability to make crazy putts, and they just called me Wizard. I was the Wizard. So that's what. But that didn't work with the band name as well. So I was like, I'm not doing '80s metal, so I can't be anything with Wizard in the title. So I used it for that. Yeah. So I used that, and then my guitar, as you can see, I have this beautiful guitar tattooed on me.
That's love right there. That's love.
Her name is Bruja, which means witch. And so I thought it was appealing that the album would be The Wizard and the Witch, because that's how it started. And
you released in 2019, and I know you had a star-studded cast coming in here and recording with you.
We had John Hall from the Red Clay Strays. We had Zach Reisel from the Red Clay Strays. We had Troy Cooper on bass, who was with the John Hall Trio for years and played with John Hall. We had Jacob Hall on there, which was awesome.
Jacob.
I'm glad we got
That is
him
amazing you got to get that
recorded
before his passing.
He brought that Hammond in, and dude, it was great.
That is one
I got an
talented
amazing
man right
video
there.
of him and Alvin doing a little duet together before we recorded.
Yeah.
In the hallway where they were. It was great. I had him. I had Alvin. Alvin was on there. Blake Nolte, that plays with Yeah Probably, was a saxophone player on that. So I mean, we had a good little group.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. You really went for it and attracted all these people, and that's your personality, your music, and your ability that did all that. I mean, it's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it was a good time. We had Sergio on there.
I was about ready to say Sergio is a producer on this,
all over that album, man.
I mean, and Sergio, he's always behind the camera. I keep trying to get him to come in front, but he wants to stay behind the camera. But man,
he's
none
afraid
of this
that
would have
mustache
happened.
is going to.
I mean,
get all the ladies
Sergio
bothering him all the time.
Sergio started this. Sergio started what we're doing here. Then, so when you see this boy on the street, give him some love, because we wouldn't be here without him right now.
He loves it. Just tickle him just a little bit. He likes it.
So our next song is going to be "Rainy Day Suggestion."
Yeah, man.
Now I remember the first time you played this song, and you were like, "Hey, everybody, I got a new song for you." And we're like, "Okay, whatever. It's Greg. It's going to be awesome no matter." But man, it was so cool. Just acoustically, it was so cool. And what y'all about to see is going to blow your mind. I mean, really.
Yeah, dude. It's.
I mean, this is technically what you would call your single. I mean, this is.
That was the very first song that I decided I was going to put out. We put it out on 420.
Yep.
And
you'll understand why when you hear the song.
And I mean, it's a great song, man. It was once again, it was one of those ones that just kind of came together naturally. I think me and Sergio were sitting on the back porch, and I came up with that riff,
Nice.
that main riff, and he was like, "Please don't ruin that riff with something dumb."
The voice of wisdom right there.
Yeah, and so, but I came up with the rest of the song, and at first it was going to be called "Baby, Let's Get High," but I was like, that's a little on the nose.
A little on the nose, yeah.
And I think we were sitting together, and you were like, "What?" I was It was raining real hard, wasn't it? Yeah, we were on the back porch. It was raining like real hard. And he's like, yeah, man, it's a rainy day. He goes, well, what's the song kind of about? I was like, man, really, it was a day like today. And I wrote it because it was raining and me and Aaron didn't have anything to do. And I was like, so I just suggested, hey, why don't we do this instead? And he was like, yeah, it's almost like a rainy day suggestion. That's where that song title came from, man.
Man, I love, it's one thing I love about my job is hearing these stories. I love the kismet. I love the flashes of inspiration and creativity.
Yeah.
It's cool, man. Well, before we get into the song, I want to remind everybody that they can go to Storefrontier/Red and the Revelers, pick up your own copy. He's got these for only $10. I mean,
Yeah.
this is 8 of some of the best songs you're going to hear for $10. He also got t-shirts for $20 and stickers and pins and everything else you can get. So go on there and support this man. You can also go on his PayPal, his Venmo, his Cash App, all at Red and Revelers.
Well, PayPal is Greg Padilla 30.
Greg Padilla 30.
Venmo is Red and the Revelers.
Red and Revelers.
And Cash App is that $. Craig 1625.
All right. Well, you got 3 choices. So go on there and shower this man with money. I tell you this every time.
I will take showers with all of your money.
He will shower all that money. You know, like the old booths where the money swirls
I'll even
around.
rub it under my armpit.
He will violate your money. So send it to this man so he can violate your money. Just like all the artists right now, everybody's not booking and playing as much, so your donations are much appreciated to these guys that spend all their time trying to entertain. They're here to entertain you. So if you're entertained, I mean, come on, throw the man $1. At least it's the least you can do. Throw this man $1.
Feed a hungry Mexican.
Feed a hungry Mexican.
Feed a hungry Mexican.
This soul Mexican needs some
I'm
food.
so hungry.
He's got a lot of children to feed at home.
I do.
Come on now. 4. So let's get into the song. The next song, Rainy Day Suggestion. I know it's going to blow y'all away, and I'm not going to suggest anything else. I want you to form your own opinions, but I'm telling you, it's going to blow your mind. So without further ado, Mr. Red Padilla, Red and the Revelers, Rainy Day Suggestion.
You know, it's a little rainy day today. I think I got a suggestion for us, gentlemen. Come on, baby, we've got time. Let your head down and unwind. Take a breath and set you free. Lean a little bit closer to me. Darling, take my hand. Let me lead you to the promised land. Come on, baby, come with me. Take a trip to sights unseen. Open up your soul and let it flow. And together we will grow. Darling, take me home. Let me make you mine. World to fly. No matter how hard this I've tried, I won't be unsatisfied long as you are by my side. Baby, let's get stoned and have a party all night long. Just the 2 of us alone, all our problems will be gone. Baby, let's get stoned. for me, Mason. All right, Brian, show me something. Chucky with Ross Jam, baby, come on. Woo. Hey. Let's go, boy. Baby, let's get high. Forget about the world and fly. Satisfied as long as you are by my side. Baby, let's get stoned and have a party a la roll. Just the two of us alone. All our problems will be gone. Baby, let's get stoned. Have a party all our own. Just the two of us alone. Baby, let's get strong. Somebody roll me a joint. Hey!
Oh, we're back.
We're back.
I mean, did y'all just not just hear that? I mean, come on.
I heard it.
I mean, I hope the suggestion is put forth, and I think we could all do with that,
Solve all of America's
Sebastian.
problems
Yes.
right now. No,
I think a lot of things could be solved if we follow those suggestions.
Hey, man, I'm not saying I'm a prophet. I'm just a man who makes music.
Exactly. Well, this is beautiful, and like I said, there's 8 of them on here.
Yeah, man, this is a great song.
I know you can't do them all today because we're going to do some new ones, which are exclusives. But one of the ones I want to point out to go on and check out is Howlers. It's another one of my favorites.
Yeah, man,
that's a beautiful song.
That's like the very first one I wrote.
That's the first song that I heard from you that I went, wow, this guy's an artist, and I heard it all the way through. I thought
we
nothing's
got
going to
Ross
stop
on that
me.
one. Ross
oh,
was
you
on
got
that
Ross
with his
on
upright
that?
bass
Right
on that one. Yeah, that's great.
I love
man.
that boy. Rocking his Mickey Mouse his tank top today.
Yeah, no, he had to upstage me with that awesome tank top. I'm just sitting here with this random blue one, and he's got Mickey Mouse on there like a
Mickey
boss.
Mouse, man. Come on, Greg, up your game. Come on, man.
I need one with Judy Jetson on it. That's what I need.
So the next 2 are brand new. You guys, I mean, obviously the Corona time, like most everybody, you kind of gone into studio. So where are you at now? You got a couple new songs.
Yeah, we went and recorded last Saturday at 20K Studios over in Daphne with Brett Gambino, and very super pleased with what we produced so far. 2 of the songs, the next 2 songs that we play are we laid down that day. This first one's called "Doing Fine," and it's it's one of those songs that when I first wrote it, it was good, but I wasn't too happy about it. You know? But people
hadn't
really
evolved
liked
yet.
it. Yeah, it hadn't evolved yet, and I think adding the horns to it and everything really made that song. So.
I mean, your horn section's sick, man.
Yeah, they are. They are amazing. That's why I keep them around.
I'm so glad you did it and writing this song, Doing Fine, because it is a really good song. And I really want to encourage everybody out there, all the other musicians and songwriters, that is easy to write depressing and horrible, this stuff happened to me songs. But it's a little harder to write good songs and happy songs, and you're going to be okay songs.
What's funny is that song is actually... song's actually about depression. I know that's really fun. That's funny that you put it that way, because that was the whole point is, it was a time in my life when I found out that I realized that I was really depressed. But the thing with depression is that sometimes people don't notice it. You know? It seems like everything's fine, everything's happy-go-lucky, everything's good. And so if you ask somebody, oh man, the casual response is, I'm doing fine.
Yeah,
I'm doing fine. But
so all those times I asked you back in the day.
This was pre all that. This was before I started doing music and everything.
Good.
Yeah.
Because as a friend, I want to know that stuff. So I'd be like, I'm buying you a beer. We're going to talk this crap out right now.
I'm good now. No, I'm good. I think that was just what it was like for me, living without music for so long. And, I was alive, but I wasn't. It's one of those kind of things. So when I wrote the song, I really wanted it to be this just really pretty, like beautiful song that made you feel that way, made you feel good, made you feel like, we played it on Uncle Henry. I think somebody said, man, I could see myself, driving to work with my windows rolled down, and it's going to make my day great. Yeah. But, if you pay attention to the lyrics, there's a lot of pain behind there. It's
brilliant.
It's I'm doing fine, but I want more than fine.
Because that's exactly what you're going through with that. You're outwardly projecting this thing, and it's the same thing about the song. It's projecting this, you're doing okay, but underneath, that stuff is still roiling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I was trying to accomplish with that song, and I think we really did a really good job of it.
I think you did too. Uncle Henry Show was the first time I heard it, and it was... it brought everything down, and I didn't even get to hear it with the 6-piece. I got to hear it with the 3-piece, but the boys are good. Come on.
Oh yeah, they're great, man. But it's like I said, it's when you add those horns in there, it's not the same.
It is. It changes it every time.
Every time.
All right. Well, I think everybody needs to hear it. So, even though you may be not doing so fine underneath, and you're projecting doing fine up above. Just remember, there's still a lot of love out there.
There is.
And call me or Greg, and we will sit down with you, and we will talk that
tacos.
Out. Exactly.
You're going to have to pay, though.
Yeah. Because he's a poor musician.
Gigs,
Again, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, send him some money, and maybe he can afford tacos for you.
I will. I will buy you tacos. They're only $2.50 at Taqueria in Mexico. So I'm saying.
Well, let's get into this one because this is an exclusive, not been released. When are we going to release the album?
Man, I don't know. I really don't know, man.
How many tracks you got down so far?
We started with 3. I think it's going to be 10 on the album.
Damn, you only got 3 done?
Oh, brother,
Come on.
I know, you're going to have to wait for like a year or 2.
Damn it. All right, we're going to wait. But you'll release them slowly. We're going to get some songs as we go. All right, so let's do it now. It's not on this album. Still go buy this album. But from our exclusive, from the new album, do you got a title yet?
Swamp Soul.
Swamp Soul. All right, from the album, the upcoming album, Swamp Soul, Doing Fine, Red and the Revelers.
Time is fleeting, it's moving so very, very fast. And I don't think I'll ever handle. There's no way for me to grasp all the things I'm meant to be, all the things I'm meant to see. So I think I'll walk the line, and I'm doing fine. There's no tomorrow like today. There's really nothing in your way except your mind telling you that there's no more time. You want something more, but you know there is no star waiting there for you. And I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine, and I'm doing fine, but I want more than fine. And you'll never say you want a better way. You'll just sit back, see if fine. I'm doing fine. There's no temptation in the way. Say you love me every day. As shallow as the grave that I'll soon find. I got what I deserve. All the things that I'd have the nerve. Oh, to long for something more. And I'm doing fine. And I'm doing fine. And I'm doing fine. But I want more than fine. And you'll never see one or better way. You'll just sit back, say you're fine.
Oh man, we're back. Is everybody doing fine now? I'm hoping
fine.
they are.
I'm doing fine.
Now that they know a deeper understanding of the song, hopefully it takes it to a whole new level for everybody too.
A whole new level.
Yeah, a whole new level. So the new album, again, we're not going to get it. He says like a year.
I know, man. I'm so sorry, but like I really want to take my time with it. I really want to get what I want out of this. You know, like I'm very happy with that album.
Yeah.
Very happy.
For sure.
But, you know, money constrains how much time you can spend on stuff. So I really want to spread it out a lot more. And so I'm not in a huge rush right now. I can't tour anyway. So.
And this album is a testament of your business acumen, putting together what you did from the shows leading up to it and to the people on it. This album is the boys, right? This is the Red
this is going to be like, that's what I really like about it. This is going to be, you know, we didn't even use a click track when we recorded this last time, just because, you know, we felt like we had played so much with each other that I wanted that natural energy.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like if we started playing with a click track, we'd have to get used to it. We wouldn't be as comfortable.
Yeah.
So it really worked out for us really well. And that's what I like about it, is that it's, you know, we have that natural ebb and flow of music. So going in, so going into the studio it's kind of a hard process. How much of this is everything? Is this all you coming in? This is the song. Do this. How much of this is the Revelers coming in and creating the backdrop for this album? One thing that I'm really proud of how we operate as a band is that, you know, like I know they're my songs. You know, like I'm the one that wrote them. And I have an idea of what I want, but I'm not so sold on myself, and I don't say that in a way like I don't believe in myself, but I'm not like so sold on myself that I think I know exactly what everybody else needs to play. You know, I know these guys, they're masters of their instruments, and I'm not of their instruments. So why am I going to try and pigeonhole them into something that I think that they should do? And I think allowing, you know, all of them to have this bit of creative expression that I don't even have to rein it in really that much, but, you know, like, you know, sometimes, you know, let's try it this way, you know, whatever. Yeah. But I think it's really made the music more alive than it would normally be, more organic. Because I really feel like you're getting the best out of everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not getting like a dumbed down version of Ross. I'm getting the best out of Ross that I can get
exactly.
all the time. And I think that's really important. I really wanted to get that on the album.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, before we move on to the last song, and again, I'm bringing this back up to the business acumen side, because I meet a lot of artists that are very content singing their songs, playing at venues around here, and making a few dollars. You have something else in your mind. I know it. I see it. I feel it. Where is the future of Red and Revelers going?
Man, if I could pick, I wouldn't stop. I'd just keep going until I couldn't go anymore. I honestly believe that. I honestly believe that, like, it, you know, working at a job 9 to 5, I mean, I love my job. I love where I work. It has afforded me the luxury of doing what I'm doing with this.
Yeah.
And that's a piece of advice for all you artists out there. Don't quit your job until you absolutely don't have to. Because
make sure the money's in place first.
Unless you just want to play around town, that's fine. You can be a full-time musician. But if you're looking to make it to the next level, if you're trying to get where you're a national touring or an international touring musician, it takes money.
It does.
And it takes a lot of money. So don't quit your job. If you got a good job and you can tour with it, I have a great job 9 to 5. I make good money, and I have 3 weeks of vacation that I can tour on. Why would I quit that? You know what I'm saying? Right now, until I can't. And so
that shows in everything you do, because it's a work ethic.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I try to promote to many people as I can, is the work ethic will get you almost just as far as talent will.
It'll get you further.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the history of music, man. There's plenty of people who can't sing that are amazingly famous.
Yeah.
And that's fine that they can't sing, because it works for what they're doing. And so talent's great. Talent's great. They get you noticed, but unless you know what you're doing, you'll get lost so quick.
Yeah. Well, let's get into the last song.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Okay, what's the last song's title?
Last song is Natural Ability.
Natural Ability.
Yeah, Natural Ability. I wrote this one in Oklahoma as well.
Sounds like Oklahoma was inspirational for you, for sure.
Yeah, man. This one kind of is similar on the lines of Howlers. You know, Howlers was about a gambling addiction that I had. Natural Ability is about, I had to go to Oklahoma for a week for work and stay in a casino the entire week. And that's what that song's about, is me having to be in this casino knowing that I had that addiction. I really wanted it, but trying to survive that, go through that. And that's what that song's about. So.
Beautiful. Well, again, get on redandtherevelers.com.
Do it.
Get on storefrontiers.com/redandtherevelers.
Do it.
$10. $10. I mean, I'm telling you, this is a pittance, y'all. If it was a normal time and you go out to see music, you're going to spend $50 going out to see some music and buy some drinks and dinner or whatever else. $10. You sit at home and you can enjoy every dang second of this.
And I'll send you a video of me blowing you a kiss.
And what about that naked headshot?
No, that's only for you, Scott.
Ah, yes. I get the exclusive.
One of a kind.
Man, it's going to be worth a fortune one day.
It is.
Well,
fortunate for somebody to not give it to them.
Before we get out of here, man, I really appreciate you coming out today.
Man, I appreciate y'all having us, man.
This is beautiful, man. I love my life, because on a Saturday morning, I get to come and I get to listen to amazing music and hang out with amazing musicians. I love my life. It's beautiful.
Dude, it's been great,
It's a
man.
beautiful
It's been
thing.
great.
Well, before we get out of here, y'all, I always want to leave you with something positive. And today, actually this morning, I got up and was having my coffee, and I did the stupid thing. I decided to look at Facebook, and scrolling through there, I just felt all this hate. Left side, right side, my side, your side.
Yeah,
and man, it really affected me this morning. And I thought today, what I really want to do is not leave you with a positive message. I want to leave you with a challenge. And that is to take somebody that thinks opposite of you and have a conversation with them. Find a common ground with them. Because what you're going to find out is all this hate, left side, right side stuff is really just a few things. It's 4 or 5 things that you disagree on. You're going to find out that you have hundreds and thousands of things that you agree on. And that's what we need to be. We need to stop this trolling and this hating and this fighting. Just spread a little love, spread a little joy, talk to somebody, compromise. And we're all in this together, man. We can all find something that we can all agree on. So
Share a
please
joint
do
with
that.
someone.
Share some joy.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Red Padilla, thank you so much for coming out today.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
I've seen 100 shows. I want to see 100 more. I love you, my
Yeah.
man. It's
Love you
beautiful.
too, brother.
All right, go buy this album.
Go buy it.
We're gonna rock it out with Natural Ability.
Woo woo.
Mr. Red and the Revelers, everybody.
I'm the king of the skies, looking down on my domain. I'm traveling to the land of my fathers, flying high on the gas to my brain. I don't really need much, I don't need any more. I'm afraid of losing myself as soon as I walk through that door, and I don't know if I keep my sanity. Will it take a lot of love to win? Losing is your natural ability. Well, I called my first steps in this dungeon, well, the devil, he calls me by name. The bells and the whistles, flashing lights, it's never changed. The lure of temptation to escape the light of day. The time it drifts on by till it's all drifted away, and I don't know if I keep my sanity. Well, it takes a lot of love to win. Losing is your natural ability. fortitude, massive strain brought on by this test. I long to be removed from this hell, but the demon, it bursts from my chest. And I try to escape, but it holds me oh so tight. Listen to my word, child, I'll be lucky to live through the night, and I don't know, hey, if I keep myself. Well, it takes a lot of luck to win. Losing is your natural ability. Well, it takes a lot of luck to win. Losing is your natural ability.